like you to take us through your business. What is the structure of it? How does it work? I think from the outside looking in, for someone who also is from Limpopo and has an interest in the type of industry that you're in, it might look quite overwhelming with so many moving parts. So can you just take us through the structure of your business?
I'm going to be honest, for the first 5 years, the structure was me.
Yeah.
Because everything is here. I know I'm good at it.
Yeah.
I can do it in my sleep. But I think the challenge and the pressure gets to when now your business is growing. And forget about how good you are. If you don't have the right systems in place, if you don't have the right team, it can actually be quite bad for business. I think that's when the first 5 years for me were, the pressure and being too busy and, that was amazing. But now I have to think carefully, is that really, do I want to be that busy? Do I go for the quality of clients that will elevate me? So I had to look back, and even when I encounter clients that don't really resonate with my strategy and my vision and what my business stands for, it's really hard for me to go forward. And then sometimes I have to think, am I taking it too personal? But I realize, where it's successful and I have long-term clients that I've planned their weddings 5 years ago, their events 3 years ago, and they come back, I looked at that more than how busy I was.
Yeah.
Because for me at the end I'm in a service industry. So I have to be careful of how I service my clients. And if I'm saying my service is luxury, bespoke, it's personalized, I have to speak and live that.
Yeah.
My clients have to experience it. But you'll encounter a client that for them, micromanaging is easy for them and they do it, and that doesn't resonate with you because you don't thrive like that. You want someone that lets go, but they understand that the communication has to be there all the time, but they let you do your work. So I always make an example. When a client compares to something else, you don't go to a doctor and tell them how to do their job.
Exactly.
So for me, I feel I've done my work and I've gained the experience. For the challenging part is when clients now question how you work, and you'll experience that as you grow, because now you either think you're too big, or now because you've done well-known people's events, celebrities, big brands, us small people, normal Joes, our business is not important. And that for me is when I had to really sit back and understand what kind of clientele I really want to service, because I can't have the people that put bread on my table think they're too small for my business.
Absolutely.
So I had to re-strategize and make sure I'm not labeled a certain way, and still stick to...
That alienates you from potential clients.
Exactly. So I had to make sure I stick to that vision, that it's personalized. So I keep my business very boutique. I mean, I definitely want to build an empire, but my empire is limited because I still want to service my clients in a certain way. But also, the challenges of when your business grows, you have to realize you can't do everything. Now you have to expand your business. And, having done that in the past year, I've realized I have to now, the things I used to say to my staff and delegating, I have to practice it, because I have to make sure my business still runs, even when I'm not there. Because then, the difference between being a business owner, being an entrepreneur, that's a fine line. Because you can be self-employed, but are you really an entrepreneur? Because the minute now you have no time for anything, because you're doing...
What's the difference to you?
Yeah, you're doing everything, because you're running your business. It's your baby. It's your dream. You don't want to now, the next person teach them. So that's what I'm learning and fighting with myself right now. And it made me realize, actually, the harder part comes when there's growth in the business. So that's the fine line. I have to now realize what happens from there.
Sure.
Yeah.
So essentially you're saying a business owner can register a business and own it, but an entrepreneur it really involves the element of building a team around you to support it and allowing them to help you run it.
Exactly.
Yeah. So
And
yeah.
that's Vision 2021 as well for me.
Yeah.
Because I've got now so many elements to my business.
Yeah.
That still involve what I'm passionate about, which is
Yeah.
celebrations, weddings. But now I'm moving into a different space that is not, I envisioned it for years to come.
Yes.
But it came too soon because I didn't want to lose that opportunity.
Yes.
But now I have to make sure I delegate well and have a proper team around me
So
to
that
make
you
sure
can
that's
move
all
into
those
it properly.
exactly. Yeah.
So the different business elements, and I love this idea of gradual growth, because I think anyone would look at your business now and think that it happened overnight.
Oh no.
Yeah. So.
Oh no.
So it's the wedding celebrations. There's the corporate events. Can you just take us through the different pillars of the business?
So my first love is still weddings, right? But sometimes when you get an opportunity to work on a brand that will, make you exposed to different ideas, I don't really turn it down because now my focus is only weddings. But my business is mostly luxury weddings and bespoke celebrations. So with that is very high-end clients that want to just let go for a celebration, whether it's a dinner for two, a proposal, a birthday celebration, a launch event. So it really has to align with my business and my brand. And it's not always been like that. But after that 5-year mark, I had to decide I can't say yes to everything. So I know what I take as a client or as an event, just to avoid being in that situation where you find, clients don't pay because you had that, inkling in you that this is not the right client for my brand, because, people want a luxury celebration, but they must understand it comes with a certain cost. And where I've made the mistake is when I acquire clients that make my business be at risk like that, because some people look at it from the outside as you've got so many clients. If I don't pay you at the end of the day, it's okay. You won't miss my money. And for me, I think it's also one of those things that really for small business, when people really go out there and they support small business, but then they don't realize how, risky it is when clients don't actually pay small business because it's not a corporate. And someone like me that doesn't work with a lot of government work, when you sign up someone, and for us offering that bespoke and personalized service, I don't take more than one wedding a weekend, for example, because then for me, I'm not putting that much attention into a client if I take on too much. So it's really more about the lifestyle element, but also anything that is celebration, but on a luxury level.
Yes.
I'm very passionate about just people understanding the thought process of putting a concept together and the elements, the experience that comes with, having a luxury wedding. It's not just about an overflow opulence of flowers. It goes beyond that. It's at the end of the day, everything that was around the experience and the journey getting to that point, speaking to everything that my business offers.